Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My father's income is haram. Can I accept money from him? My father's income is haram. Can I accept money from him? So this is an interesting question that scholars had, they've offered different approaches for this particular question. And the first instance is that if somebody hosts you and they feed you from their income, and you know that their income is haram, then scholars would generally, across the spectrum, they would say, if the person has alternative sources of income, then you can safely assume that what they are feeding you from and what you are partaking in, that it is from their halal sources of income. On the other hand, scholars have also broken down the fact that if somebody unlawfully acquires wealth, then it is unlawful for that person and it does not belong to that person. That person they need to get rid of it in a way that is suitable. However, if somebody unlawfully earns wealth and then they transfer that wealth over to somebody else. So person A earns wealth, whether that be by selling haram products or by engaging in criminal activities or the like. So they earn haram wealth. When they legally transfer that money over to somebody else, then the recipient of that money who received it in a legal way, in a legislated, Islamically legal way, that person has received clean wealth, because that transfer of wealth from the perpetrator to the innocent recipient of the wealth in a legal way, that would not have any implications of that unlawful nature transferring over as well. So there are, for example, in this particular answer that I've answered on Seeker's Guidance, if money or products that one unlawfully acquired is transferred to others, such as one's heirs, for example, the impermissible nature of the accrued funds or commodities is not transferred to the recipient. If the money or item is unlawful because of how it is acquired, the sin is only on the one who acquired it, and there is no sin on the one who engages in a transaction with the one who acquired it, such as buying, selling, gift giving, or hosting a guest. The evidence of this is that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to engage in transactions with the Jews in Medina, buying and selling, and he used to eat with them, even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described them as being a people who consumed interest wholesale and unlawfully taking people's wealth. The nature of income changes upon the transfer of ownership. So whenever a meal was brought to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would ask whether it was a gift or charity. Why? Because the consuming of charity was forbidden upon the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and the Anbiya, and also upon his family. So if he were told that it was charity, then he would tell his companions to eat of it, but he would hurry to share it with them if it was a gift. And that's in the Sahih of Imam al-Bukhari. On one occasion, some meat was brought to the Prophet ﷺ, and it was said that the meat had been given in charity to Barira, and radiallahu ta'ala anha. And then he said it was sadaqah for Barira, but it was a gift for us. So in other words, it was charity when Barira received it. But now that it is given to us, it wasn't given to us as charity, it was given to us as a gift. So the charitable nature of the wealth was not transferred from Barira over to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. When he received it, it changed its nature and it was now considered to be a gift. Now the Maliki school explicitly explains this, and they've got specific rulings, especially with regards to inheritance and the like, and references for this can be found on the Seeker's Guidance answer service bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, but we'll suffice with that as an explanation for this, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasul